Hello everyone, this is Adventure Time. I'm going to show you guys how to edit clips using two different programs, one of which is called RichFLV, the other is called VideoPad Video Editor. They're both pretty simple to use, so without further ado, we'll begin. And this is for people who, save your clips locally or have downloaded them from Studio. And I find it a good way to, get the little quality bits out of your streams and get rid of some of the excess fluff, if you so choose. So basically, when you open this window up, you've got RichFLV. Both of these are free. You can download them just by, Googling them. When you first open RichFLV up, it's going to be sort of a funky shape, so I usually just go ahead and click full window, and that lets me see everything nice and easily. So you go to open, you find a file that you want to edit. So I keep my streams on a external hard drive. So let's go to Golden Sun, or rather Golden Sun 2, and we'll select just some clip. You click open. It'll process the video and give you your keyframes and whatnot. So you've got your clip, and down here at the bottom you've got your time bar, and it's you can't really see it right now because this is a rather long clip, but these little gray things down here represent the keyframes. And so and you can move your position in the video by clicking this, and you can figure out where you want to start your clip. So if you we'll say here, you can you've got the in-point bar here, and you can drag that to around the area you want to start, and you can drag the outpoint bar same way, or you can go up here to keyframes and find one that's close to where you want. Now this is a long clip, so it's going to have a lot of keyframes, but you click on one and it'll take you to a certain position in the video. So let's just try and find one that's close to this point. But anyways, this lets you sort of home in more precisely on where the video clip begins and where it ends. And you can do the same thing with these. And once you find one that you want, you can click Set Endpoint, and it'll move your endpoint to that frame. And the same thing with the outpoint button. And then to save this clip, you just go to Export FLV. It'll give you the name default FLV and save. Its generic save point is desktop. You can then go in and figure out wherever you want to save it. And then you just type your file name in here. The important thing is to keep the .flv there, because otherwise, if you delete it, it doesn't have the little save as file type thing down here. So if you delete it, you will just get an unreadable file, so you don't want to do that. So then you just click save, and it'll save, and basically you're done. So that one is fairly limited in what it can do. It can only edit .flvs, obviously. And then we have this one, which I've found to be, it's a much more versatile program. It's called VideoPad Video Editor, and you can get a free version of it. Again, just Google it. It's quite helpful. So up here we've got tabs, which are Add Media, Capture, Insert, Blank, Narrate, Subtitles, Preview, Save Movie, Options, Upgrade, and Help. Most of these, for our purposes, we're just going to ignore. Basically, you can capture video from a camcorder or a webcam if you are inclined to do so for whatever reason. The main thing we're going to be concerned with is this button here, which is Add Media. and save movie, obviously, later on. If you need to add subtitles or something, you can click these. This lets you record a narration that will play over whatever existing audio and video you have. This just inserts a blank into the sequence. Again, I'm not going to cover the effects or transitions or overlays in great detail because we're probably not going to be using them very much. But anyways, so we want to go ahead and click Add Video, and this can pretty much open any file, any sort of video file you have. So, for example, if you've been recording in MP4 like I have recently, you can go ahead and click on that. And this also works for .FLVs if you are inclined to use this. So it'll bring up this little window which says Adding Files, and it'll be reading, and depending on the length of the file, this will either take a couple seconds or a few minutes. So you've got here, this is your preview of the clip. Down here is the timeline, and it shows various frame previews. You can zoom in and zoom out on these, so you can get a more precise reading of the time frame. This part works pretty similar to RichFLV in that you've got your in point down here, which you can kind of see. It's this little red thing, and you can click on that and just drag it to whatever point you want. So let's say we will start the battle, and here you've got your in-point timestamp, which basically, you know, you can click on and enter an exact time if you are wanting to do that. You can do the same with the out point. The out point is a little blue triangle in the corner here, which you can also drag. You can also, I believe, click these, and this red tag will put the in point at whatever mark you're at in the video. This red line here. So if we move that red line down to here, say, and then click the blue one, it'll automatically bring this over here, so you've got this little chunk here. So what you do then is, once you've got your clip selected, you want to go to this, which says Save as New Clip, and you hit that, and it'll pop out the little bit that you selected and add it to your media list as a separate clip. And then you can just view that on its own. And then what you want to do is hit this, which is Add Clip to Sequence. It'll open it up down here in your little sequence editor. And again, you've got your timeline up here for the video, and then previews of the various points in the video. And then down here you've got the audio track, which just has whatever, you know, stuff you were saying, and stuff, and that can be, you know, adjusted in volume. You can add effects to it. You probably won't need to because, you know, we're just you know, just cutting a clip out. But if it happens to be a loud one, you can decrease the volume of it so it's not quite as ear-rapey. In terms of effects, you can click this effect button, or you can go to this here. Most of these are, you know, just sort of image altering ones, like you've got, you know, black and white and edge detection and negative and yada yada yada. But these first couple ones up here are actually can be useful for what we're doing, and that's brightness, which allows you to adjust the brightness levels of your video if it happens to be dark, and crop if you have borders that popped up that you want to get rid of. You can just crop those out, and it'll, you know, crop it out, obviously. You probably won't need rotate, speed, or zoom, and then so you can click on one of these, and it'll bring up a little box here. And when you click back to the media list, you'll get a little window here that says you've not applied the changes. You can either choose to discard or apply them, so we're just going to discard because we didn't do anything. You can preview your clip with any effects you've added up in this window over here, just by hitting play, and that'll happen. And you can view the audio track by clicking on the audio track bar. You can add music and stuff down here. Again, not necessarily used. You can add a bunch of tracks for whatever reason you might want to. You can split these clips into further bits if you want to. Again, generally not going to be needed for what we're doing, so everything's good. So what we do now is you've got your clip here, and you want to come up to Save Movie, and you click that, and you'll get some options here, and you can select it for disk, computer data, portable device, image sequence, or YouTube. I have fiddled around and basically come to a custom preset, which is I do file format .avi. Resolution is 320 by 240 YouTube. You've got a bunch of other options. You can do HD if you want, but a lot of these will make your file size absolutely massive. For example, the first time I edited my Toneberry clip, it was part of a 30 or 40 minute clip that was around 200 megabytes, and I edited out just the battle and saved it in I believe it was NTSC format, and this clip of the battle ended up being larger than the original 40-minute video, so just be wary about that. I've found that this is a good size. It keeps the file size pretty small, and this frame rate works really well. And you can choose the file type. However, after the trial period wears out, some of these will be restricted. I believe MP4 is one of them. AVI is fine for what we're doing again. So you just click that. You can choose your video's path and its name by clicking on this, and you just find, something will say, let's see, we'll call it banana for the hell of it, and then you just hit save, and it'll keep that save destination up there, and then you just hit OK, and you'll have this little thing where it has to convert the file, and you can just leave that and go about doing other stuff. Hopefully this won't take too long. But anyways, basically once this is done, you'll get a little window that says your movie has been successfully created, and then you can either close that window, or it gives you the option to go to the destination of your video, and it'll highlight it there for you in the folder. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I don't need it. And that's pretty much it. So I hope this was helpful. Gonna go ahead and close that, and